Uh, looks like the Hangouts on Air exploded because I did set up a regular video Hangout for it briefly, which was working fine. Um, and then after a little while, this one came back. So
Okay, weird.
yeah,
Yep,
so
yep, yep.
different video, same session.
Alright, I guess... Is there anywhere else I might try to sell these? He probably doesn't like me.
There aren't a lot of other places, to be honest. I mean, you could go to some of the really big places, but they give you a far worse deal for it because
Yeah, because I don't have $500,000 billion worth of stuff to sell to them.
yeah, basically. I mean, there's nothing to stop you from, haggling a bit.
Yeah.
Why not try?
Hmm?
Why not
Is it
try?
do or... Say do or don't.
Well, the haggle?
Yeah.
Haggle that bitch. Bitches love being haggled.
That's...
What do you mean they don't? Plain says bitches don't like being haggled.
So about how many ships does he typically make, like, do I know about how many ships he sells yearly or whatever? And about how much of that would these supplies allow him to make, if that makes sense?
What's it worth to him is what you're trying to figure out?
Yeah, like, is this a massive boost to his production ability?
Yeah, these supplies are probably about like 50% of his actual annual ship production.
So
You're trying to rip us off.
yeah, so in other words, by giving him, if he can pay us a little bit more, which, otherwise we might try and find somewhere else to sell these to, because, whatever, it's not like we really care. We could always take a small loss on them if we actually needed to, considering he's not giving us much more. But if he were to buy them, he'd get an insane boost in his production and be able to potentially grow faster than he otherwise would,
Yes,
because who else is selling things to him?
very few people. That's why his production is so low.
Yeah. So maybe he should be nicer to people who are trying to sell things to him.
It'd probably be better for his business.
Would indeed.
Do you want to make another roll for it?
Yes. Is that another merchant roll?
Yep.
Alright. Oh, no. We will go to that one. Okay. Margin of 0.
That's alright. Do you want to know what his margin was?
Sure.
-3.
Yeah.
So fail by 3, or...
Yeah, he was over by 3.
Nice. So in other words, instead of being a proper merchant, he got greedy.
Yeah, basically. But, yeah, he kind of just doesn't even bother trying this time. He can see you're a shrewd customer.
With these absolutely shitty rolls.
Yeah, but his are worse. So,
True.
Plus, you provided cogent argument, which helps your case.
Yep. Yay for role-playing helping mechanics.
Yeah, hey, I'm always willing to reward good roleplaying. Yeah.
Okay. What's his new offer?
91% of actual value.
I'll take it.
Yeah. He'll even buy the higher tech stuff because he does know someone who wants it.
Sounds good.
Sounds interesting.
Were there any of, like... I mean, I'm assuming that, Zella wouldn't need all of them, but are there any of the smaller components from the higher tech stuff that would interest Zella, or that we should not sell, or just sell everything?
If you just sell everything, you will probably get enough out of the profits to be able to buy better ones anyway.
True. And I'm sure he spent some of the trip over looking at them.
Yeah, if there was anything worth of value, I would probably have been like, I'm gonna steal this. And besides,
Okay.
I already used all their technology to make the parts
Oh,
that
that's
need
right.
it.
Okay, so how much do I... Oh, wait. So... Maths.
I've already mathed it. If you want to know.
Okay. So I sold 600,000, or bought 600,000 worth. How much do I get?
In profit, 57,831.
All right. So let me move these over to this side and actually just figure out what my total is at the moment. Carry on.
I'm curious about the high-tech ship. This obviously isn't the place that normally serves them. It's out of the way. Sounds like
Probably making one for himself.
Maybe.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, just making sure that I didn't die.
Yeah, well, that's what I was
Alright.
doing before. It's like it's gone really quiet.
We were joking about how you died silently and how we're now all panicking.
Yeah.
You see,
Alright.
I just thought everyone else had gone quiet to try and play with my mind.
That would have been pretty epic.
Hey, I'm
Um,
good at this whole paranoia thing.
So I threw everything together. I now have. I might have spent like a little bit, but I don't think I've spent anything really yet because I haven't looked at anything. But I has a total. Oh wait, no, I don't actually have. Crap. We haven't gotten any of our monthly monies yet, have we?
I think you're the only one with monthly money, but
All right, I'm gonna take that out then because I don't get that yet. I forgot that I was adding that in. So I am currently sitting on 711,331. I haven't spent any yet, but that's fine.
Yeah, for the sake of anything that happens monthly, I'm working on a 30-day cycle for that. Obviously, that's kind of arbitrary, but there are so many different sort of asteroid, planetoid, planet things going on that trying to work out actual months for all of them would make no sense whatsoever.
No, no, but I assume there'd be a galactic time.
You'd think so, but don't forget you're also dealing with
Well,
4 fragmented
yeah,
groups.
there's a galactic time, whether or not they accept it or whether or not they even know about it, because you're just using Earth time.
Yeah. Basically.
We may not know what this is, but we're just like, oh, here's this mechanical throw money at you. You can also, if you wanted to at some point, tell me that I can get like a half a month's worth or something like that, and I'll just do that.
It's all
if you
right.
wanted
I'm
to-
just trying to keep track of actually how many days have passed in total. Because obviously quite a lot of this is you're traveling.
Mhm.
it's the name of the game.
How much can we, like,
Oh, wow!
how automated is the system, and can we sleep at all during it for longer journeys?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would hope so. Otherwise, we're well into visual hallucinations by now.
Yes, no, there are automated systems.
Good. Making sure. Alright, what are we doing now? Alright. He has some ships to sell.
Light vehicles.
Oh, right. That's right, because that was when we died. He was selling ships and something that was either beer, cars, or clothes, and we didn't really get what.
We all had a different answer.
Zella said beer, and I actually answered that, and then everyone went quiet. So I didn't know how far through things had got.
And we just got the answer. So you had answered that you can get that here, but not at this place, or
Yeah.
something.
Yes, that is precisely it.
Okay.
Yeah. But did you say, like you said, I thought you said gear or car. I wasn't sure.
No, light vehicles.
Ha!
How did you get that? Doesn't make sense.
I don't... Okay. Mara wins.
For context, I was the one that had guessed vehicles.
And
Oh,
yeah,
well.
spaceships and beer, they go together well.
Don't worry.
Not drunk. All right. So how much do his cars and planes or ships cost?
Less than they would normally, thanks to Turkey's haggling with him.
Well, I'm considering picking up a few dozen or something to try and sell somewhere else.
Yeah, you're not going to fit them in.
Oh, okay, they're big ones. I thought you said they were small ones.
Well, to actually carry vehicles safely, you'd have to put them in the vehicle bay.
Ah.
We don't have that, do we?
You have a vehicle bay.
Oh,
You have
okay.
a single 20-ton vehicle bay.
Right.
So we could
I
buy
will
a
be
single
using
20-ton
that, by
ship,
the way.
basically. Or, I don't know. How big are his ships that he sells?
To be honest, most of his actual ships aren't even as big as yours. A couple of them kind of get up there, but
Okay.
Oh my.
Okay, so we could potentially get some of the the ground vehicles and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
so you can get things like a gig or any of the ground vehicles, basically.
Can any of us actually pilot ground vehicles?
That's a subset of piloting, right?
Yes.
Then not me.
Wait, say again?
Zella, can you or your monkey pilot ground vehicles?
I can. As long as the ground vehicle's a mech.
I mean, I suppose we could always get. Does he have any that are less combat-y ones and more? Just because the ground or piloting ground has to default to something. Let me see. Does he have any basically just lightly armored just frack?
Well, yeah, you can get an air raft, an ATV, like a wheeled ATV, or a car.
Or what was the last one?
A car.
Oh, okay.
I want a car.
Why? It's a space game.
That seemed
Oh,
cool.
so that would be like driving, which what does it default to? So that would be drive automobile, which I don't have anything of. Heavy wheeled, I assume, or hovercraft. Is that what that one would be? 'Cause it's actually not piloting.
You could, I think, there is a piloting one that you could do.
That might be navigation that I was thinking of that combines the two. So that was actually just driving. Piloting has, yeah, it just has fly things, I think. It has light sails, lighter than air, blah, 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 ultralight
It's
glider,
called
heavy airplane, autogyro, aerospace, etc.
Contragravity.
Oh, contragravity?
Contragravity.
Yeah, That's one that'll actually fly. It's not just a hovercraft.
Yeah?
No, there is one that's just a hovercraft. Well, it's basically just a hovercraft.
Well, no, because
Although-
there's actually like if you go to driving, it's literally there's a hovercraft subsection of it.
Oh right, no, I'm looking in piloting.
Yeah, I know, but like I think that is a significantly different enough ship.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. There's one
Roll.
is an air raft, which is basically like a Star Wars style land speeder.
Yay!
Sweet.
Okay. What is that default to? That would be set under gyro or contragravity?
Gravity. Vertol -3 or piloting -5.
Yeah, which would just default to like an 8, I think, skill. Yeah, it would default to an 8, which is probably fine as long as we're not trying to do anything fancy with it.
Yeah, to be honest, you don't really need to make piloting skills all that, like skill rolls all that often.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're trying to save time or stuff,
Yeah, or you're actually doing something complicated.
like flying a spaceship.
No, flying a spaceship is actually not too bad. You know, you are at least trained in it.
Mm-hmm. True. All right. So I guess we can pick up one or two of those, and maybe some other, like some of the. Would those are there? Is there a market? So I guess market analysis role. Is there a market for any of the other vehicles he has, or are they just kind of useless?
They're really kind of useless, to be honest.
All right. So, but those contragravity ones might be maybe, or
No, it kind of depends. You could always actually just get one and have it on your ship.
yeah. So I guess
Or-
we could just pick up. How much do those cost?
I knew you were going to ask that as soon as I closed the book. Find my calculator again. Almost your entire profit.
You could have phrased that more positively.
Well, just the
Okay.
profit. That's not a huge deal.
Less than your
I mean-
profit.
This vehicle, how much can it carry?
Why are we getting a land vehicle?
And would it actually improve upon like freight loading and like stuff like that?
Let's see what it's got by way of cargo. It could do. It's got 160 cubic feet of cargo space.
That's not bad. Oh wait, actually it's not. Actually, that's not. That's actually not that much.
Not compared to what your ship can hold, no.
I'm just saying, even just like in general, it's like basically that's a one of those little U-Haul wagons. Like the trailers. So basically, do you guys think it is worth picking up to help us move around places?
Probably not.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't.
We're probably gonna be doing more on small space stations and stuff.
Yeah.
Or
I
is
mean,
that useful?
either we can land nearby, so we have a spaceship for that, or we need to make a stealthy approach anyway, and it doesn't sound like they're really covert vehicles. So,
Yeah.
I
one
think that
thing.
if we
Oh,
just
good.
get a mech and a sled, it, you know.
That's the stealthy approach. Mechs.
I didn't say it was. I said it could accomplish the task, not that it was stealthy.
Stealthy has steel in it.
Yes.
It's not wrong.
That's that's how we will roll. All right. So, do you guys anything else you guys want to do here? Or you want to try and see what that radio business was all about?
Yeah,
Those
let's
are-
do
oh.
business.
Does our ship currently have escape pods?
Oh yeah.
I think I have some notes on whether it had escape pods.
Actually, does the dude with dude stuff? Dude stuff.
Dude
Let's think
stuff?
about it. Is there any spare robotic legs that I can cannibalize that he'd be willing to sell to us for the cheaps?
He
Also
doesn't
a good
really
question.
do robotic legs.
Fuck. Okay.
It's probably a bit too advanced for him.
I ignore him for the rest of the time. Also, my fake date application that I just made is complete, and it's stupid, and I love it. That is all.
What was that?
I made a fake web app in Google Docs
Okay.
in the spreadsheet, complete with databases, and it's done. And now I'm going to use it for not Pathfinder, Traveler, to manage all of my robot pieces. But I'll do that later.
Sounds
Anyways.
like fun. Show it off after.
Okay.
Mhm.
Afterwards, fuckwards. Station. Distress station.
Actually, yeah. Are there any? Does he have any? Would he be able to help with any upgrading components for the ships, or would that not really be worth it because he's probably going to be super cheap?
Does he have any, like, exotic high strength armors?
I think once you said exotic, the answer is no.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, now that you've helped him out, if you come back here later in the campaign, he is probably going to be considerably better.
Yeah.
And considerably more grateful to you for actually helping him out.
Yay,
Mhm.
we've gained an ally. There's a whole section on allies.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no. We've gained.
Almost ally.
Yes, we have made progress towards gaining ally.
You
Yes.
get influence.
We gained Al. We had to
You
work on the lie
gained-
part.
I can lie pretty easily.
I can't.
Actually, I don't know if I can lie pretty easily.
I like the way you said "I can't" is like perfectly fits your character. I can lie pretty easy. I can't. I am incapable of lying.
I'm not incapable of it. I'm just very bad at it. I assume. I roleplay that I'm very bad at it.
Well, you don't lie. You just don't necessarily tell people everything.
Oh, I'm very good at not telling anything.
Ugh.
Okay,
Sorry.
are we leaving?
I think we are, yes.
Okay, we're leaving.
My character's already wandered back to the ship.
We're gonna, wish him well and take off and fly back to thingy, I think. Right?
Yes.
Well, it's still there.
What do you mean, does it still exist? Or
Yeah.
the place still exists?
Well, good. So it's not blown up. That's one positive.
Are we checking for signals on the way back?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we are checking for signals and any change in basically anything we can sense from in distance, like, gravity wells or
Other ships.
other ships, things like that.
Okay, who's doing what?
I can do some basic sensor rolls again. So computer operations. 13 against, or I think that was a 12. Yes. Yeah, so I'm not picking up much, I think.
Are you doing the comms or the sensors?
I was,
You were doing comms because I don't think you have
Comm.
sensor.
no, I have computer operations and like electronic operations media, so comms makes more sense, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you just don't get the signal anymore.
I'll do a sensor one then, and hope I don't fail it.
I shall do the engineering check. Engineering electronics.
Margin 2.
I got a 5. Pretty sure that does it.
Yeah.
A margin of 9.
To be honest, that would even help Mara pick the signal up.
Hooray!
You just.
I just imagine Mara going like, "Nope, got nothing." Zella walks over, kicks the console, walks back to engineering, and Mara's like, "Oh, look, look!"
Yeah, and that's pretty much how it goes. I'm just Zella with a cigar. For some reason, I'm not sure why.
I like. Okay, now we have to have Zella smoking a cigar, but the monkey actually holding it up for him.
Yeah.
No, my
Yes.
character doesn't
was
even
bad.
smoke. My character doesn't even smoke. He just puts the cigar in his mouth to look fancy.
And then the monkey starts eating it. Okay, so results.
So from the comms, since we did that first, the static has gone away. So the actual communication is nice and clear now. It's just all you can actually get from it is that sort of same weird chittery sort of noise.
Birds.
More chitinous than bird noise.
Chitinous is an awesome word. Do we have like a translation thing on board so that we can
So I was
check
saying, like,
that
does this
it knows
seem like some
language?
sort of language, or is this something like just feedback type stuff?
That's probably a better first step.
It definitely doesn't seem like feedback.
So okay.
Also doesn't seem like language.
So if it was any sort of language, it would be like a coded shorthand potentially that we would struggle to figure out. Or is it repeating?
You don't actually detect any ships in the area.
Okay.
The Euclid station is impenetrable. It's just got shields fully up. You can't detect anything going on inside it.
Mm-hmm.
Kepler station seems to have life signs on it at least.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So I guess we head for the Kepler station then?
Before we head in, let's send some signals and see if we can get in touch with them before we get too close.
It's a good idea. We don't want
One, because I don't want them shooting us. Two, because I don't want anyone else shooting us.
Yes.
Okay. So what are you actually going to try and say to them?
Well, we didn't actually hear anything. Like, they didn't say. All we heard was weird crap. We didn't actually hear them ask for anything or say anything.
Correct.
But we just got a distress beacon. So basically, we heard the distress beacon. We want to know if there's anything we can do.
Well, the first time you heard the message, when you were on the way out in the first place, you heard something. Because that's when they said that basically they'd been attacked from something inside.
Say again? They were attacked by what?
Something from inside.
Well,
We heard their distress beacon, and we're wondering if there's anything we can do.
so my character's gonna come up to the bridge with his energy sword powered off and his energy cloth armor and be like, "Well, let's just go cut a hole in the station and see what's there." Also, my character may have a large bag, but that's not important.
You have a bag of holding?
Well, it is a bag, and I am holding it.
I saw that coming from a mile away.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I had to. Gunner's
Yep.
not here, so someone had to fill that role.
No, that never needs to be filmed.
Good, because it can't be. It's a very large bag.
The bag itself is not actually very large, except for its interior.
It still makes it large. It makes it like a TARDIS. TARDISes are big.
I don't know if it's so much big as it just like compresses space inside of it.
Or does it? Maybe it
That's what I'm
compresses.
saying. I don't
space
know. I don't know
outside.
how it works.
Maybe it extends space on the outside.
Out of interest, what's everybody's IQ?
14.
12.
14.
How can I be the dumbest one here? Cost me 40 points, damn it.
Yes, it cost us 80 points.
Oh well.
Well, my entire character is that he's smart.
My entire character is that he's smart.
My entire character is a robot.
There you go. That's why we have smarter smarts than you.
Yeah, fair point. Yes, why did you want to know our intelligence?
I'm just curious.
Okay.
That's not a good.
We're turning around and leaving. Goodbye.
No, we're going forward. Bad things are what good role-playing stories are made of. That was a confusing sentence.
That was a sentence, kind of. All right.
Yeah,
So
Amy.
no response from them.
Basically, what you get is thought I'd do that there so everyone can see. The sort of the chittery noises get a little bit more focused, and there seem to be like 2 or 3 different ones.
Okay. So, okay, this is gonna sound really stupid. Is there such thing as like space internet?
Space internet.
Yes, like would we be able to connect to a knowledge database from here?
You'd probably have one on the ship.
Okay. But I want to look for like some sort of alien species that makes clicking noises and also inhabits a host, or kills them, or something that would literally come from inside.
You
There
also
are
might
no-
want to look up myths because, yes,
Yeah.
There are no known alien species in this system.
Okay, I'm gonna bring along one of Gunner's blasters as well as a force
I
sword.
wonder if I should just stay on the ship and provide support from there because I don't really do a lot going with you guys.
Wasn't it you asking about the myths, Turkey?
Yes.
There are plenty of myths. What sort of myths would you like to look at?
Oh, God damn it.
Ones with happy endings, please.
There aren't many.
Probably
of
not
them.
the ones with happy endings because if it's a happy ending, we're happy anyway. So we've heard 3 distinct clicking noises coming from the comms, correct?
Yes, and they focused when we sent them a message back.
And they're organized in a way that is probably a language.
Alright, well, I'm gonna do... Can I make a linguistics roll to see if I can figure anything out about them first before looking for...
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. That's a fail.
You think it might be some kind of coded language?
Oh
Fair
wow, you
enough.
actually have linguistics.
Yup.
Well, if he's gonna be
Because
merchant,
merchant.
yeah, he needs to chitter chatter with people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't do 1d6. I mean 10d6. I do d5.
What? No, GURPS should be all D6, right?
Yeah.
And so it's 8 dice plus the other from the bonuses, and then 5 burn.
Is the 5 in brackets?
Yeah.
That's the armor divisor.
I mean, that probably means something to somebody.
It means like their armor gets reduced either by that flat amount or divided by that or something like that. Like,
Divided
it
by it.
fucks with them on their end, and Glyph needs to deal with it.
Okay, so
Okay.
it's a good thing. So,
Okay. And then it does burn damage, I guess.
Yeah, there's basically, if they had, say, a damage reduction of 150, you divide that by 5 before working out how much damage you do.
Oh, sweet.
neat.
Yeah, like I said, that's why all of the armor ratings are so high in this. Because high-tech armor has ridiculously high damage reduction, but the high-tech weapons have progressively higher...
That actually makes a lot of sense, because if you think about it, most weapons, even nowadays we have, are just like, oh, you just blew someone's face off. That was a lot of damage. So how do you compensate that? Really high armor. How do you get around that armor? Really high damage.
That's like all of human history right there.
Yup. Yup.
Okay, so aliens clicking clacking. My character, the more and more we sit around, the more and more he's suiting up. So
These you say aliens, but aliens don't exist. Everyone knows that.
Ames
I look
doesn't.
at the space monkey.
Yeah, but you also know that he's actually just a crazy mutant rather than an actual alien.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that there aren't more crazy mutants out there.
True.
I'm
So
just
we
saying,
What
strange
odds
happen-
of a race of crazy mutants that are all exactly the same?
throw in the monkey and see what happens? Is that what I'm hearing?
Maybe they'll breed.
Oh, God!
We could have like a Pokemon team of crazy mutants.
Now what you're saying is that also you need to infect the monkey with a virus to help boost its growth.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Is this a problem?
Ah,
No, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
As long as Gunnar can evolve, I don't think he'll mind.
Is he basically like
Hydro-
Chimchar?
Okay, so hold on.
Yeah, I really see no reason that I would go with you.
You shouldn't. You should stay up top. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my gadget thing now.
Do we have shields on this ship?
No,
What?
no, you do not.
Oh, God damn it.
What did he say?
Do we have
whether
shields?
we have shields on the ship.
And we do not have shields. This is
But
bad.
we're not sensing any other ships. There's no exterior damage to the base, right? I don't think we need shields
Can we
right now.
board? Are there? Okay, I want to board on the opposite side of. Okay, so we're going to be boarding Kepler on the side that's not facing Euclid, I think,
Okay.
because it's probably the one that's least, or at least somewhere in that general like hemisphere, because it's if we can find out, you know, the one that's least likely to have weapons all over it.
Do you have back suits?
They probably have enough to blow us out of the sky anyway, but whatever.
Yeah, the important question is, do you have back suits?
Do we have backs?
Back suits. Space
Backs?
suits, basically.
Does anyone know what he's saying?
Vac
Space
suits,
suit.
maybe.
Oh, spacesuits.
Spacesuits, right?
Oh, vac suits. Okay, vacs.
Yeah.
Yes. I do. I'm assuming. I don't know if you guys have one.
I have no. I was trying to buy I was trying to buy an environmental.
Does this ship not have I assumed this ship would have like at least a default set of vac suits. They may not be very good, but
And if possible, could I use my $4,000 to have magically purchased one previously?
hell, I would pick up the one for the squad if they needed them because money's like I assumed that there would be them on the ship. I really did.
I think
Okay.
they
Well,
will have been.
you don't even really need enough for the whole party. Judge, a good question. For the sake of keeping up appearances, Mahara, would Ames use a
Yeah.
vac?
She would.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
She'll also join meals and stuff like that.
Why are you asking this? Obviously, Mara's going to be eating.
Wait,
Not
my I got a perception roll that was so high that I knew something was up with you. When we were back inside the apartment,
That's correct, I think.
I just didn't say anything because I was like, of course she's a robot.
You also
What's
have
so-
no idea what. You just know something's up. I think.
Well, I rolled a 3, so I like suddenly took in all the information in the world and like blacked out.
All right.
Mental overload.
So I'm gonna put in the back suit. I also am setting up my Gizmo drone, so that Turkey can control it from the ship.
What does that take to control?
Whatever I want with the Gizmo. I mean,
Oh, fair enough.
I'm just gonna be like, here's a controller, got a big screen, play it like a video game.
What kind of controller? PlayStation or Xbox?
An Atari.
Sweet. Old school. I like it.
No, this is the future. This is when Atari suddenly comes back and dominates the entire industry 200 years from now.
Oh. Old school. I like it. It's last year's model.
Okay, so you're actually gonna drop us off, or are we gonna drift in?
Are there any docks that are obvious docks and not like would we be able to force our way to dock like with E-War or something like that?
There aren't any docks on the side that you want to use.
Oh, okay. Are there any doors on this side?
No, all of the actual habitation is on basically in one.
Okay, I see. So
That's why I was
get
saying you're going to need vac suits because you can
Okay.
land there.
Well, we can still drift in. I'm pretty sure, like, well, I got essentially a lightsaber. If we need to, we can cut a hole.
Yeah, there's one
I mean,
problem
alternatively,
with
I
that.
could just like drop you off on the other side and then fly back to around to the back.
Yeah, that would make more sense, I think. Because if you start breaching the hull of the station, then it seals automatically that section. Then you breach that section. It's going to take a lot of work, and
That sounds annoying.
yeah.
Okay.
So I would say we go with Turkey's plan.
So I'll drop you
Turkey
off
do it?
and then land somewhere that's roughly out of danger, as long as it's not
Oh.
interfering with signals and stuff.
You have an audio projector, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm also gonna like hook up palms, like just basically like earbuds between all of us, so that we can actually, speak to
That
each other.
sounds useful, yeah.
And I think that's all the preparations I'm gonna do.
Let me see what the hell that actually does. I need to look at a skill because it does things. Electronics. Where the hell was that? Was that just under? I am trying to find electronic warfare, and I can't find it.
Yeah,
Oh, that was under something. What was that under?
Are you just going to be the hacksaws?
A little bit. Okay, there we go. So it's signals, intelligence, and jamming equipment. Yeah, that. Okay. Actually, no, that's jamming. That doesn't matter.
Hey, Mara, do you have any armor?
My boots have a bit of armor. I think my total damage resistance is 12 or something.
Okay, I'm also going to give Mara an energy cloth suit.
Yeah, if that's allowed, I'll gladly wear that for now.
Yeah.
We only have 3, so...
I'm not there, so the monkey can have the other one.
The monkey already has the other one. I had to make it for the monkey, because the monkey doesn't fit in armors.
Yeah. It's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
That's why he's
Less
naked
of a
all the
problem when
time.
you can just make armors. But
Well,
Alright.
it's expensive. Energy cloths ain't cheap, bro.
yeah, I know. I'll buy some later.
Oh, and that makes the damage resistance for energy cloth is a 30 across the board.
What was the how much did it cost you, Zella, to make like an energy suit?
I think it was. I don't remember. I
Oh.
spent I spent quite a bit of my money on the
Research
fusion
fund?
generator,
Oh, okay.
and then Gunner bought the energy cloth stuff
Ah,
and gave it to me.
and said make armor plus.
Yeah, I was like, well, just buy like a shit ton. They were like, okay, we made it, and I was like, we can make 3 and have a little bit spare.
Can I make a hat?
Probably.
Like mega armor hat.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway,
I think we're prepared. I think we're armored. We're calmed. We have weapons-ish. We don't have the monkey, so we don't have all of the weapons.
No.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's cautiously and silently find out what's going on.
Which is something you couldn't do with the monkey, to be honest.
this is true.
Well,
I'm gonna see if I can open the door for them for the airlocks. I guess. I don't know what that would be under.
Silence. It's under silence.
So I was just fixing up the planning the next session spreadsheet.
Are we stopping?
No, I just wanted to make sure it was ready. Because
Okay.
the one annoying thing, I can't go too late tonight because I have to be up stupidly early because I'm driving a group of us up to the GPT tomorrow.
So, whenever you need to stop, we'll stop.
Yeah, I will probably take a break in about 10 minutes-ish, just so I can get a drink because it's boiling hot, my throat is dry. But yeah, I want to try and get as far through this bit as we can, at least up to a good cliffhanger. Because
Okay.
you'll know I love cliffhangers.
All right. So I
Right.
will go ahead and I don't know if I can try and get the airlocks open by the time they get there.
So you're just trying to basically hack into the airlocks of the actual research station.
You could go with that.
Which airlocks are you trying to open?
The airlocks to the research station. I was hoping that there would be a way to like,
request that it opened or something.
yeah, like deal with an automated system.
What is the door have any access panels on the outside?
No.
None?
Nope.
Damn. Can I use my Gizmo multi-tool to make a sonic screwdriver?
Oh.
Dark.
You should have just used Gizmo Sonic Screwdriver instead of multi-tool.
That was worth a shot.
Yeah, you can't actually hear anything coming from inside.
Because we're in space?
Well, no, if you're outside looking at the doors,
Oh, okay.
there's not a lot of atmosphere here, but there is atmosphere.
So I'm gonna walk up and knock on the door then.
So, was that a no to being able to find any way to deal with the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no, like, system to request that it open.
Okay.
I guess we're
Well, I guess
hacking it then.
Trying to hack it then.
Okay, who's going to do it?
What does hacking as a skill fall under?
I think there's actually a hacking skill. I suspect people...
Would I be able to use electronics warfare to like spoof our signal as one that would have access?
That seems legitimately doable.
Electronic warfare. If that's not hacking, I don't know what is.
Alright. Closing eyes, hitting enter. What did I get? Okay.
You got... It's hiding behind my other window. 12.
Woo! Margin of success 1.
You success.
I success.
You success.
Yay!
It's a bit grindy, but the door opens.
Hooray!
Okay, and now I'm gonna switch on my sword. So now it's like a 3-foot-long pillar of plasma that's dripping. So that's cool.
Now
So
it's
much
like
for stealth.
Remember, I told you I don't do subtle things.
Right, I stay behind Zella.
I fly around in my drone controls.
And I assume
wait.
we see nothing. But we open up the
Oh, so
doors.
an entrance corridor and some emergency lighting.
Yeah, but the walls aren't covered in blood and organs or anything like that.
No, this bit actually seems suspiciously devoid of anything.
Well, it's an airlock.
You specifying this bit kind of worries me.
I put caveats on everything I say.
So this is you said it's devoid of anything? The airlock?
Yeah. Well, except obviously you guys, but...
We're gone. No, where did we go?
But it's like... It doesn't seem to have been used, but it also doesn't show any of the signs of having been abandoned for a long period.
Right.
Okay.
Which
So this is one of their secondary or tertiary airlocks that they don't use very frequently, but still maintain.
So
Yeah,
emergency lighting, how bright
This
is
is
that?
basically one way in, one way out.
Oh,
Well,
okay, they only have a single. Okay.
You generally expect there to actually be people guarding it, because, you know, experimental weapons tech.
Oh, also, I would like to remind you that I brought a very big bag.
Yes, don't worry, I remembered your giant sack.
Oh, I figured it out. I know what's inside.
What?
It's the monkey.
Yep.
The monkey killed everyone?
No, the monkey's in the bag.
Oh. Yes. I pull the monkey out and throw him and be like, "Go, monkey!"
Well, you can also pull your monkey out of a hat.
I don't have a hat.
Oh no, don't tell
I'm pretty
that to
sure
him.
you have a hat. Whether or not you're wearing it, you have a fucking hat.
Yes,
Well,
No one can
I-
be a member of my crew without having a hat.
Yeah, the hat.
Glyph, how bright is the emergency lighting? Do I need to use my new flashlight?
To be honest, it's fairly standard emergency lighting, so it's dim, but just light enough that you can actually see where you're going.
Also, don't forget I have a mini sun in our hand, so we probably can see just fine.
Yeah, true. Then I guess we explore for a bit.
Yeah.
See if
Is there any sort of like maps, or we're looking for some sort of layout things we don't
Looking
want?
for an access panel first, I think.
Yeah.
You're just going to try and connect the drone up into it or something.
No, I think we're going to connect either Mara or the AI.
Oh yeah, the AI.
I forgot about Annie. Which is weird, because Annie's all I've actually been thinking about most of this week.
I didn't forget about her.
Oh, trust me, in time you won't be able to.
Oh ho ho, because she's in my brain.
That and the fact that I have a cunning developmental sequence planned over the course of all 3 acts of the story.
Wow.
That sounds cool.
Yes, it is.
If I do.
So Annie's going to take over Zella, then combine with Ames and become Skynet.
That's actually
And then
right.
take the monkey out of the bag. Cliffhanger ending.
Right, I'm going to pause this for a second and just go grab a drink. So feel free to discuss strategy while I'm gone, and I will be back imminently.
Okay.
So what's our priorities? First priority should be saving all the people we can, because the sooner we develop a brain trust, the more awesome shit we can get. Second, I think, should be looting any of the technology research.
Yeah, the research is the priority to any of the hardware, I think.
I'm also assuming that this place cannot be salvaged at this point.
That's probably a fairly accurate assessment, but we should look into that anyway.
Okay.
That's like a tertiary objective.
So third.
Because if it's salvageable, then we can get around to that eventually. If it's not, then trying to will set us back.
I hate to be take the stereotypical robot role, but could we make a 0.0 do not die?
Well, that is always the first and foremost objective.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
but I'm not with you, so if you die, I try and run away.
Oh,
Out of character, of course.
Also, I'd like to remind you that if you get hurt, Mara,
yes.
there may be a chance that I may just go berserk.
Oh, right. You had a thing for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fiercely protective of anyone I'm friends with, and I'm extremely friendly.
That's a fun combination.
Oh, God. We're not letting you out of the ship again.
Well, I'm like the ultimate bodyguard once I get my mech suit. It's not going to be a problem. It is a problem right now. I'm rather squishy. But I upgraded my health, so now I have 11 health.
Oh, that's not in the sheet you sent earlier yet. But
Oh yeah, it's because I had 2 points left over. Oh, did I not save it? Oh, it's not saved. I sent you the old cheat. Derp. Okay.
Yeah, I have 8 health. You have 3 more than me.
Well, you're on a spaceship.
Or no,
so-
sorry, I'm sorry. I have 7 health. That's strength. Wait, no, hit points, health. Wait, okay. I have 7 health and 8 hit points.
Wait, what? Oh,
Yeah.
right,
Hit
yeah.
points is based off of strength, whereas the fatigue points is based off of health.
yes.
Because that's not confusing at all.
I have 11 fatigue points and 11 health.
I have 10 hit points, health points, whatever, and 11 force points.
Fatigue points?
Fatigue points, whatever.
I didn't know you were a Jedi.
Then you must not know me very well.
I don't. No. We
Robots
just
can't.
met like 3 days ago.
Yeah, good point.
Okay.
Oh, I was actually going to grab a drink as well. Takes like 10 seconds.
All right, so we're going to be looking, like I said, we're looking for an access panel or some sort of computer system, I think is our first priority.
Yep.
Just exploration-wise, not...
We don't want to go. We don't want to be blind, so we're going to look something up. If we can put a telecom in, or
Back.
somehow get some sort of scanning thing, we can probably scan to see if anyone's alive. I really want to see. The thing I want to tap in is like the energy grid inside the station. If we can see which places are using the most energy, that's probably where people are.
That seems reasonable.
Well, either where people are or where fancy shit that you want to steal is.
I wasn't going to specify that second point, but yes.
Well,
Hey.
which is just obviously where they're trying to defend, so we're going to go save the people. Yes.
System logs could also be good or fun or useful.
Okay, so I guess it's perception time.
Hooray! It is?
Well, yeah, because we got to find something.
Oh, right.
Alright.
We're looking for a computer console
So-
or something.
How does this work with me looking through the Mac and stuff?
Well, if you roll, and I will tell you what happens, is
Okay.
you're going to be using its perception score.
Do I get any bonuses with my own, or am I just limited by my own, but I'm using its?
Let me have a look at your skills, and I will tell you.
I have 14 perception. And I have I'm assuming that forward observer would be what I'd be using skill-wise to control the mech. Or the
Yeah.
thing.
The drone.
Drone. Right.
You wish it was a mech. I also wish it was a mech.
I apparently see nothing.
I rolled an 8 on
Yeah.
my 13 perception.
I don't want to roll my perception. Could you roll it for me?
Oh, that's true.
Then I rolled 11 on 14 perception. So I have a margin of 5, he has a margin of 3.
So I'm just confusing myself with which character sheets I actually have open. Okay, so Ames and... Actually, how do you pronounce your character's name?
Ames.
No,
Oh, right. Nat Noel?
not no. Yeah.
Nat Noel, okay.
Okay.
You just call me Nate. I mean,
Or Nate. Nate works. Yes, so Ames and Nate will both manage to find... it's basically sort of... You come out of the airlock and go down a little sort of corridor. And you get basically what is like basically it's like a reception/security checkpoint. See, like I said, they've got to make sure that people coming in are definitely allowed to be there. The security door is actually open anyway.
Oh.
But there's,
That's convenient.
in the little security office next to it, there is an access terminal.
Is there still a distinct lack of viscera dripping from the ceiling?
Yes,
Hooray!
still clean.
Oh. Also, I'm running a mapping program in the background so that we can not get lost.
yes, this was a former mapping drone, so
Isn't this the
foreground,
code that you used to do the mapping?
yeah.
Well, I meant like just like. Well, I mean, yeah, whatever, fine. Making sure that it's activated, basically.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over and Ames, you're better at actually using computer terminals, so I'll watch and look around the corners, and you can do all the pulling up all the information.
That sounds like a plan. Then I guess I roll computer operations to see if I can get basic access.
Yeah.
I roll a 6, have a 12, margin 6.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you managed to get a sort of limited access to the system. Most of the functions seem to have been put on like a deliberate lockdown protocol.
Okay. Can I find out when this lockdown was initiated?
It was about a week ago.
Okay, so in timeline compared to when we were last here, that would be a few days before that, or?
Roughly a day, so I think 2 days before you picked up the signal.
Right. The lockdown's in effect, but the security door is open. Is it focused on a specific area?
Not specific area so much as specific function. So, in general, the lockdown is affecting all of the doors, according to the information from the system. This is.
Mm-hmm.
It's affecting all of the doors. It's affecting the weapons, because we don't want those going off randomly. Communications has been deliberately excluded.
So that should still work.
Yeah, and in fact, it looks like the communication has just been jammed on, so you can't actually stop
Turn it off.
communications at the minute.
Did someone say jamming that needs to be dealt with?
No, not that kind of jamming. It's just locked to so that it will always be sending and receiving.
So it's stuck open.
Sending is only done from a point deeper into the complex.
Can we get a map of the facility? Not that I'm discrediting Turkey's hard work with the drone, but if we know where we're going and not just where we've been, then that would help.
Oh, I know. That's my. This was a backup plan.
No.
No, there's no map?
There's no map that you can access.
Okay.
Everyone should store maps in public folders.
Yeah, or hang them on the wall or something.
Oh, there's probably some. Okay, this is the security checkpoint, right? Is there like a desk or anything?
A desk? No, this is basically people will stand here and check out anyone who comes in.
Yeah, but they don't have any. Okay, so look further in. Is there like a reception or anything?
Nope.
Or is there like a security door that they go into when they're sleeping, or to go lock someone up or something?
Not here.
Okay, so through the big blast doors that are open, what is on the other side?
Through the other side of the big blast doors,
Yeah.
you actually start getting into sort of the research complex proper. So the area you're in now is there's like access lifts to the lower levels because a lot of the base has been built under the surface, and around you there's like sort of basically like sleeping quarters and stuff like that around here. And this is where you actually start to see the thing that you notice first of all is the bodies.
That's usually a good thing to notice.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I still have my back suit on.
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable plan.
Okay. What about the bodies?
Yeah.
There's sort of 7 or 8 of them that you can see just from where you are.
Sort of. I'm not sure I like how this is sounding.
Well, some of them are in pieces.
Okay, I would like to go over and inspect the body pieces.
Ames would like to hang back a bit.
Are they like? Is it just like hewn limb from limb? Or are they just like nice decisive cuts, blaster fire? What's killed all these fuckers?
Mostly, they seem to have been killed by the weapon, like not their own weapons, but the weapons that each other are holding. A couple of them, at least you think it's a couple, it could be anywhere between sort of 1 and 4, have actually been ripped.
Okay. I would advise keeping the vac suits on.
Yes, we're keeping the vac suits on.
I relay all information. What weapons are they holding?
Sort of fairly standard issue blaster rifles.
Okay, well, I don't have one of those. I pick up one. Is there another one I can hand Ames?
Yeah,
Ames is very bad with guns, so she would decline that,
Okay.
despite the messy circumstances.
I'm not particularly good with guns either, but I probably feel safer with one in my hand.
Yeah, true.
Although, when it actually comes to combat, I'm probably going to drop it and use my sword.
Ames does ready her staff for reinsurance.
Okay, so I want to investigate the kind of like the quarters area a little bit. We're always going to be on the lookout for any maps at all, and I guess we're just going to do a quick once over here, see if anyone's alive, barricade themselves in anywhere.
And if there are any scary monsters hiding.
Scary monsters, yes.
all of the doors into the living quarters actually do seem to have sealed correctly.
They do what?
They've sealed.
Okay. Are they sealed?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna go around knocking on them and see if anyone's alive.
You
Are there
don't
any-
hear anything.
From the place with the bodies, are there any trails or streams of blood heading in a specific direction? I can imagine that whatever walked away from that was not clean, so...
It actually does seem to be quite clean.
Huh. Maybe they brought a towel.
Is there a lot of blood all over the scene?
Around, there's obviously quite a lot of blood around the bodies that have been ripped apart.
Okay.
The rest, there's sort of marks. But because they're blaster rifles, most of the damage was done by burn. So it's sort of instant cauterization anywhere where it penetrated.
Okay. So I'm gonna open up one of the quarters.
Does this drone have any sort of radiation, like a Geiger detector or anything like that? Geiger counter?
No.
Okay.
Nope. I assume the vac suits would.
Well, do the vac suits?
Let's see if the vac suits do.
I think that it would be based on their tech level.
Yeah, but you would use some fairly high-tech vac suits.
Well, current spacesuits have that. So, and we're past our tech level.
Yeah, but
Well, yeah, but they might not have them because they might be streamlined and depending on other sources of Geiger counters, such as like ships.
Does a ship have a Geiger counter?
the ship almost certainly has a Geiger counter.
But it doesn't really count Geigers on this.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I'm going to say that your vac seats do have Geiger counters, but they're not going off.
Okay.
So we were trying to break into one of the living quarters, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Are we doing this by hacking or by force sort? Which I
Well-
guess is another form of hacking.
I think it was force sword because there's no terminals immediately around.
Well, have fun.
What do I have to roll this? I assume it sounds like a rolly thing.
Strength?
Well, I actually have force sword as a usage.
Oh, yeah, in which case use that.
Well then, damn dice, stop rolling away. 3. No, that was one die. That wasn't
Oh.
every. Okay,
It's a
so
good start.
my result was 12, and this.
Why don't you just use the roll function on the IRC bot?
I don't trust it.
That is a good point. I've been doing kind of badly a lot of times. I need to switch over.
It's a bastard, is what it is.
Mara
So
is doing
that-
well.
I got a 9, which means I'm 3 under.
It should at least be enough for a Here's Johnny-sized hole in the door.
I also got a straight. If this was dice poker.
No, this is not Yahtzee.
Oh,
Don't you at least get a modifier for it or something?
Don't you need 4 in a row for a straight in Yahtzee? A small straight and 5 is a large?
Yes, but
Yes.
we're only using 3 dice, so...
That
so
would
a
be
small
impressive.
straight is 2, and a large straight is 3.
Man, baby Yahtzee's boring.
Yeah, it's not really that interesting, is it? But yeah, you don't manage to open the door at all.
Wow, this thing is sealed like a motherfucker.
Keep in
I-
mind, their brother over there is specializing in shielding and defenses.
Yeah, exactly. It's a military research base, or maybe not military, but arms research. So
Military grade research base.
That's what I was going for. Thank you.
Okay, so
Welcome. You're
I
very
shrug
quite
at
welcome.
Ames. I'm like, okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you going to carry on this level, or are you going to try and take the lift down?
Why don't we explore this level a little bit?
Yeah, I'd hate to get stuck down there, so let's see
Yeah.
if this is clear first.
If you wanted to, I could send the drone down the lift first. While you
That's
guys
also a
explore
good
up
idea. So I guess we scope out the upper levels while the drone does its thing downstairs? Does that make sense?
Yeah?
Don't lose my drone. I mean, I can make a new one, but I'll miss it.
I know. If it looks like we're going to lose it, I'll download its consciousness and give you money to build the new hardware.
It doesn't have a consciousness.
Says you.
My AI is not in it. Also, I don't know if anyone else knows of my AI. I just think that you guys think that I keep plugging myself into electronics.
Ames is probably just assuming you're a robot or something.
Oh.
Including the or something. This is relevant.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I don't know if you'd consider a robot, but robotic elements. So cyborg.
Also, is there any like, is there? I should give my AI access. What does Annie think's going on? Let's talk to Annie. I haven't actually talked to her at all.
Hi, Annie.
what was that?
I'm not sure.
That was Turkey's talking to any voice.
Annie basically thinks that you should you should have spent a lot more time actually looking at things before deciding to run in here.
Well, she's not wrong.
She always says that.
Yeah, but this
Um,
time she's saying it in relation to the cult.
the cult.
Yeah, the
I
cult.
don't know anything about the cult.
What was that?
I don't know anything about the cult.
Well, you exist in this system, so you kind of know about the cult.
What's the cult?
They are, like those crazy people who wander around telling you that the end is nigh, and
Yes.
they're basically like those.
Are they
What
right?
What they say is that millennia ago, there was a different race of creatures that lived in the system. And the first humans that came here basically kicked them all out and killed them all. In roughly that order. And then took over. But basically they didn't do well enough, and that the original inhabitants of the system are going to come back and eat everybody and generally be unpleasant.
Okay.
And everyone ignores them because there has never been signs of any alien activity. And quite frankly, there's only one planet in the system that's even habitable. And that's why hundreds of thousands of people try to cram onto asteroids like Delia, because there's just no space for them anywhere else.
So, crazy people.
And now your AI is agreeing with crazy people.
I'm now suspect of my AI. Well, I mean, not necessarily. It doesn't have to be aliens. It could just be the cult members themselves killed everybody.
And made it look like aliens.
They're just trying. They're just trying to fool us. So, I'm gonna ask her if she thinks she can get into. Well, and so I need to get her. We need to get network access, and we need to remove the lockdown.
Mm,
Isn't
maybe specifically get rid of some part of the lockdown instead of everything all at once?
Yeah, that would be preferable. If we could have direct control.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, if you want to be changing what's happening with the lockdown, you need to get to the actual central command room.
Where's that?
It's on this floor, but you can't get to it from this floor.
Okay.
It's basically, as you walk around this floor, there is a gap in the exact middle of the base that you can't get into. There's no doors or access to it anywhere.
So we have to go down and back up. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically sort of as you go around, the further you get away from. It's basically in each of the. It's like sort of laid out in like generally just a big square, and you've got like living quarters and like sleeping quarters and living quarters and kitchens and stuff all around this top ring, because this is obviously where people do all the living.
Yeah.
Ironically.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just going to say, as you get into the corners where the lifts are to get into the lower levels, it's basically the closer you get to them, the denser the dead body count is.
I'm getting all sorts of warm and fuzzy feelings about this place, by the way.
That might be the toxins.
Toxin?
So, are they all dressed the same way?
Yes.
It's like a uniform for this place?
To be honest, it's mostly just light armor and lab coats.
I take a lab coat.
They're all academics, but they work with weapons and they're not stupid.
Well, is there any sort of like ranking denoted on the lab coat?
No,
No. So
On
that's
the
not
armor?
really how labs work. So
Do they have ID badges?
no.
Okay.
damn.
How advanced does their armor look?
It
That's-
looks really advanced.
We might want to take some of that then on our way back out.
That's not
Oh.
the conclusion I was drawing from that. It was more of a what we're wearing is not gonna do shit either then kind of thing.
Is our armor better? I would assume no.
Your armor is heavier armor, so
Is there anyone dead that has armor similar to ours?
no.
Okay. Well, that's not necessary.
Obviously, anyone with your armor was fine.
Yep. Or they were the ones killing everyone.
In which
So-
case, they might side with you.
Is there any elevator that has less dead bodies?
No.
No.
Is
Okay,
there
so
any
let's
other
go back to
elevator
the
period?
Okay, so all those bodies were on the elevator?
Oh, they get
They're
there's
not
more
in-
dead bodies close
They're
to
like
them.
going towards the elevators.
Okay.
So let's go to the one that we sent the drone down. And has Turkey found anything interesting?
I guess the important thing here is going to be to go back to, while you were doing all of this, to looking at what Turkey is doing.
Yes, that sounds good.
Yes.
What was I doing?
Scanning the lower levels, right?
Well, yes, but...
You loaded a drone into one of the elevators.
Yep.
In fact, the elevator near the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 16 floors that you could go down.
16.
How far do you want to go?
Is there any delineation that we've seen based on basically what's on what floor?
No. You've seen no evidence, other than obviously knowing what's on this top floor.
Do they which way do they label it? Do they label it as this is floor 16 or this is floor 0?
This is floor 1.
Okay. And then do they completely arbitrary and unimportant, but do they label it 1, 2, 3 or 1 and then basement 1, 2, 3, etc.?
They just label it as 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
I guess dead center makes sense. I mean, the whole thing's built underground to begin with, most shielded.
Probably want to do a quick check, just stop off on like floor, say 6, see if I see anything there right outside, and then hop down later on, and not do a full sweep of the floor, but
Just pop your drone head out.
yep.
And of interest, do you get audio from the drone as well?
Yes.
Zella says yes.
Okay.
That's why I asked. Well, the drone can send out audio. So I assume. Actually, I don't think the drone can hear audio.
We might need to fix that next time around.
Yeah. Darn. But the drone can make noises.
Okay. That I basically just wanted to make sure that we knew whether or not it could play back the sound.
Oops.
So,
That's stupid just to give it just so it can make noise. How would Turkey be able to tell if anyone spoke back?
Lip reading module.
That's
Yeah,
also something you could do.
I could possibly try and linguistics lip read. It's totally a thing.
sure.
the the drone holds out a tablet and pencil. All right. So do I see anything on floor 6 real quick?
Basically, you come out and it's like a T-junction out of the elevator. So you've got like straight ahead, left, and right.
Mm-hmm. All right. And there's like nothing within vision range of the elevator.
No.
All right. Pop back in. Do the same thing on floor 12.
Yeah, floor 12 just has like a corridor going straight ahead from the elevator.
Again, nothing in range of the elevator.
Not that you can see. No.
All right. We'll go to 16.
Okay. Um, 16 actually just has a locked down blast door immediately out of the elevator.
Hmm. And there's no way to get. All right. Then I will go back up to 15.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just opening the door on each floor and...
Well, no, I was going to explore on 16 because it was the central one, but I'm going to explore on 15. I'm okay. I'm just going to keep going up until I find one that doesn't have a blast door. If that's 15, I'll explore there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 15, you can go either left or right out of the...
Right is right.
Okay. You're just going to head straight down that corridor for basically to see which...
Yep. I'm obviously looking for panels and stuff and signs of all the things. You can make perception rolls for me from this because I forgot about that. But yes.
Oh no, it's not that. This was to see how much damage it takes in the first hit. Which, basically just without any warning. Because you didn't actually see anything when you came out of the lift. You just stopped getting anything from it at all.
Not.
What happened?
Someone shot your drone.
What for?
15.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm like, oh god, Annie, what are we gonna do? Okay, well, next plan. Seems everyone's dead here. No, I'm not. I don't give a shit about myself.
Worth a try.
I'm curious. I'm not allowed to just back out and leave, am I?
Why not?
Because I have curious.
Oh, right.
Well, you could like make a check to like a roll to try and overcome that. I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Probably we could just bash you over the head and take you out.
who Ames?
Yes, with 7 strength.
Good at using quarterstaffs.
I got the impression that the quarterstaff is more for tripping and running.
Yes, and hitting weapons out of people's hands, etc.
Okay, I have an idea in the future that Zella is not allowed to know about. But that's really only once we figure out about his curiousness and Berserker Rage and stuff.
Okay, so I'm gonna say to Annie that I kind of want to figure out what the thing that's going to supersede my curiosity though is if I think I'm putting. Well, as soon as I think Annie's going to be in trouble, I want to get out of there. Because right now, in my head, so,
I say we go down, not to floor 15. Let's. Is there any places?
Wait, real quick first, Glyph.
Yeah.
I got out, how far out did I get before it actually hit? Was it about where I got off on the other floors, or was it actually like considerably further along?
It was basically as you started to move away from the elevator.
Ah, and I didn't move away from the elevator on the other floors, did I?
No.
Okay. So, passing that information along that I cannot guarantee other
Okay,
things.
well, we're not going to go to floor 15. Let's go to floor 12.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't guarantee that you won't necessarily get shot at the other floors because.
Yeah. Actually,
which-
I'm gonna pick up some piece of debris off the ground, and then get on the elevator and go down.
Which elevator?
It's still down there.
The one closest. Ideally, I'd like to recover the drone pieces.
So go back to the one by the entrance.
Yeah, but I would be going down to floor 12.
Conveniently, the elevator is actually already on its way back up when you get there.
Okay, new plan. What do I have around me? I have a blaster rifle. How does the blaster rifle use batteries?
That's a good question. I think it just uses a generic power spell type.
Okay. Well then,
Let me find its page in the book.
I would like to rig it to explode, so I could have a grenade if I need.
Glyph, do I have time to set up the holo projector?
Yeah.
I would like to set up the holo projector to project the image of a random human just in front of the elevator.
Turned
Okay.
around. Like, not facing the elevator.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, sure.
Because that gives more reason as to why they're not responding when the elevator opens.
Also, it'd help us figure out if they're nice or if they're just looking to kill everybody.
Yes.
That too.
So that would be electronic operations media role, right?
Yep.
Let's go for that. I rolled a 14 and I have a 12. Does that make a very ugly hologram or just nothing?
You just managed to not actually display anything. I'm not entirely sure why.
Oh, I really like this idea.
Like,
Can he
almost
try
started
again?
writing my notes into the Google Doc.
Like, does that just take up a certain amount of time? Could he try again as it gets closer, or?
It's a good question.
What book was the holo projector in?
Let's see, I wrote this down. Holo projector is Ultratech, page 52.
Presumably Ultratech 1.
Yes. And it's the mini version of high quality.
I now know what my dot is.
What's your dodge?
It's. Oh no, it's 9. I just know how it's calculated now.
Oh.
I don't know what it does. I assume it allows me to dodge, but how or what?
It's when you get attacked, you make a dodge roll to see if you dodge, and if so, how many attacks.
I have to roll under a 9?
Yeah.
Well, that's hard. Oh, yeah, it's
Uh,
hard.
Yeah, basically, it takes too long with the amount of time you've got to be able to set it up again.
In that case, I hide behind a convenient nearby corner.
Okay.
I'm still gonna. What do I need to roll? I have armory, small weapons, and engineering. For
Have you got anything to do with rifles?
I get small arms and heavy weapons. So
Rifles are small arms, aren't they?
Yeah.
Rifles aren't.
Do they have long arms as a specific thing? Wasn't sure whether or not they considered small arms to be all like
yeah, small
non-heavy
arms are usually
weapons.
like handheld weapons and stuff, aren't they?
It depends on the system. But a
Yeah,
lot of times small arms are just any sort of just generic weapon that you fight with that it doesn't require battery pack, like external battery packs and stuff like that. In specialized gear and whatever. Not emplacement weapons, not...
yeah. A rifle is actually a thing.
Oh. So there is a long arm.
But yeah, so you could do it with engineering then.
Okay.
What's the skill called?
Guns or beam weapons.
Okay.
Oh. I had the thing to make guns and stuff like that. I don't actually know how to fire a gun at all.
Which is probably more useful in terms of making a grenade out of one.
Yeah.
But you don't have demolition.
No.
So maybe you just don't, or you blow yourself up.
Alright. Well, I didn't roll that great anyway. Let's see. I still succeed by 2. R?
How much did you succeed by?
Margin of 2.
That will just about do it. As your
Okay.
starts to hum.
And this is, to be clear, I'm not doing it right now. As soon as they open the elevator, I'm like, peek around the corner, see what, I don't want to blow up civilians. And then, if they look less than friendly, I'm going to throw that at them.
Okay.
I'm going to be spending this time trying to do more whatever I can to hack into sensors or anything like that if I can, which might not be very possible, but I'm going to see what options are lying available to me. I'm not just going to be twiddling my thumbs. And back to the group.
Okay. So the elevator has just reached floor 1. And the door's open. And with that, I should probably leave it tonight, because I still need to go and eat and get my stuff ready for tomorrow.
Damn it.
Curse you.
And next time, we find out what was in the lift.
Is it Gunner?
No, Gunners with Zella and Mara.
Oh god, I'm so glad we stopped here, actually.
Yeah, actually.
Gunner's going to be here. We probably are going to need him.
But I'm going to remember this time. Let's turn off the on-air bit